Alrighty, so we are live.
Yeah.
Today we are talking with Sharron. She is a passionate hairstylist and creative based in Chicago with a unique skill of styling hair. She spent 3 decades perfecting her skills in the art of hair while she continues to also do like her YouTube channel, and she also works inside of a salon. So yeah, thank you for visiting, or thank you for going live with me today.
Welcome. It's my
So
pleasure.
could you tell me a little bit about your journey on YouTube?
Ooh, my journey on YouTube. Well, it started in the fall, which is September of 2019. So I started off, my YouTube channel is called Hair Biz from Scratch. And so the purpose of it was to help newbie hairstylists with marketing, with being professional in the salon, and not keeping people in the salon 5 and 6 hours, getting a 2 hour service, and just creating, because I come from a background of having my own salon and training hairstylists that come through my salon. So that's what prompted me, because now I was really ready to help younger stylists coming out of school, because we don't always learn about business and we don't always learn professionalism in cosmetology school. We do a lot of hair. We know how to cut, we know how to curl, we know how to, color, but not necessarily professionalism. So when I started in 2019, the pandemic occurred. I wasn't working, so I started doing more videos like this where I would interview hairstylists. And then right before I started my channel, I stopped coloring my hair. And when I stopped coloring my hair around February of 2020, since I was doing the interview type videos, I was inspired to have some other women on my channel so that I could learn their journey of how they went gray and, their process of stop coloring their hair. So that particular video, once I filmed that video, it went viral for me. It was viral for my channel. And now I think it has like over 50,000 views. So there was a pattern, and the analytics on YouTube followed that pattern, that women were coming to my channel because I created more videos about aging and about gray hair, how to look more stylish. And so then in June of 2021, I completely stopped doing videos, dedicated to hairstylists, and just focused on the gray hair aspect of growing my channel. And that's where we are today. I started my brand, Go Gray, Be Chic.
Cool. So how did you initially feel about like being on camera and all these YouTube things? Like, did you know you wanted to start a YouTube channel, or was it something that was just like random? You're just like, yeah.
It was kind of random, but I had some experience with video some years prior to a friend of mine. We were working on a project to teach non-African American parents how to do African American kids' hair, like the kids they may have adopted. And so I was on camera, but I wasn't talking. I was just doing the hair. And so I never thought I would get in front of a camera and just start talking. So the first video, it was really interesting. I think it was pretty good. This, considering I hadn't gotten used to the camera yet. But the one thing I can say is kind of funny. I could not watch myself. After I filmed the video, I edited it, but I couldn't watch the video over and over again.
Yeah, I feel that. I've been doing videos for like 2 years now. I've literally just started watching my YouTube videos back like a few weeks ago. And I've been doing it for a while. It's like really it's a really interesting thing to like watch yourself back. So like, okay, so were you originally as confident as you are now on camera, or did you sort of have to like build that up?
Oh, I had to build it up because I talk a lot. Like, I am an introvert, but when I'm trying to explain something, like you say, I've heard you say on your videos that you don't talk enough, or that you make it really fast. Well, I'm the total opposite. I think it's like a little butterfly. I just go on and on and on. And then it took me so long to edit my videos because of that, because I would have to chop so much up. I was talking too long. Videos would be like 40 minutes. I'm like, okay, you need to calm that down. But being confident on camera, I have to be transparent. We were talking behind the stage, and I said, when I come on this camera, I'm going to be very transparent, because I still lack some confidence on camera. Only because what I feel like if you're gonna be a video creator, because I don't always like to say YouTuber, a video creator, the further and further you get away from batching your content, and I think I explained this to you one time, the more procrastination you're going to have. Like when I get off of here, I'm going to be batching 3 videos, and I've been procrastinating since we got back from conference, the Grow with Video Live conference. It's just so much other stuff going on. And sometimes I feel like you create those other things because you don't want to get in front of the camera. It's like you got to do this. It's busy work that's not leading to momentum in your business and momentum on your channel. So yeah, I still get nervous in front of the camera.
Yeah, the batch creating. I feel like it's like really okay. So my idea of like batch creating content. So like I tried the whole thing where like I would post like once a week, and it was really nice for the month or two that I did it because I could like react to what people were saying in the comments the week prior, like, and it was updated content. But I was realizing it was it was starting to be really hard to keep up without batch creating because you had to get that video out every week, set that stuff out every single week, script it and do all that stuff every single week. So I'm back on like my batch creating schedule.
And I think it makes you feel a little bit more at ease because you can like we had our training call and we talked about, you said that, I think you said last week in your video or when you started your lives, you said that you had already uploaded 3 videos. I'm like, oh, I felt a little anxious. I'm like, I need to get to filming one. And one thing that I find that some video creators, we have a habit of, let me say sometimes, and I've heard this before, I've heard Sean Candle say this, don't watch more videos than you're recording.
Oh.
Because I looked at my watch time on YouTube. I don't even want to say the hours because I watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
Those hours that I spent watching those videos, it was a 7-span period of time. So now I put an alert on my YouTube channel to let me know when I'm watching too much video. So instead of watching videos, I need to go and be recording videos.
Think that I always say that too. It's like the idea of being like a producer instead of like a consumer. And I like to tell people that's like on their content creation journey or like, people who are just starting. I'm like, okay, right now you're a consumer. You're consuming all of this content, trying to figure out how to do it perfectly. Mm-hmm. But what you want to sort of turn into is you want to turn into a producer to where you're the one that's producing the content, and you're not consuming so much, because even consuming other people's content, it can be like you can start comparing yourself and stuff like that, and yeah, it's not healthy.
No, and that's what I don't do that anymore. And when I'm saying I'm consuming content, it's not other people's content in my niche. I really don't even watch those people's content, to be honest. I watch a little bit, but that was my issue in the very, very beginning. When I was talking to the hairstylist, I was looking at other people's content that was in that space. And I felt like I didn't bring my own authentic voice, into my channel, into my videos. If you watch, some of my first videos, but now I feel so much more comfortable because I feel like if we're watching too many other people's content, we kind of subconsciously we take on their pattern, their voice, the way they deliver their content. And I think all of us have that shiny object syndrome where we're going to go and watch this training on YouTube and that training. And really, the only training is to get in front of the camera and record the video. That's the best training because you're going to record more videos and you're going to see what your people like, what your audience is attracted to, and what videos and what content you really need to be recording.
Yeah. So like your specialty is like helping women feel beautiful, sort of like as they are in their natural state with their gray hair. And I think that's so interesting. And also your hair is like really beautiful. But like also, so what type of tips do you have for like owning who you are? And like, what was your journey like into that and like starting a YouTube channel?
The first thing is to be authentic. Like bring your own self to the camera. Like if it's a word that you like to use, like I call everybody little girl because, as we age, we should bring out that woman in us, that little girl in us that might not have been as confident as we were at that age. I know I wasn't. I suffered from low self-esteem when I was, in my teenage years and up to some in my 20s as well. But now that I've gotten older, I just think that you should bring out your own authentic style on camera. If it's, I don't really cuss. I cuss, but I don't cuss on camera because I don't want to be known as somebody. But whatever you want to be known as, adding a little joking, into your videos, some of the wording or language that you might use, slang if that's your thing. Yo, what's up? If your audience is used to you saying words like that, then just bring your own authenticity. And one thing that my son said when he watched my first video, he's my oldest son is 26. He said, "Ma, you need to bring more of your personality onto camera." And so, because I like to make people laugh, I like to say funny things that make people laugh a little jokingly, especially about our gray hair and how women feel. I mean, society feels like most women with gray hair, like the men with gray hair are silver foxes, but the women with gray hair are old and frumpy looking. And I came here to YouTube to change that narrative. So ultimately, I just think you need to be yourself on camera and bring out more of your personality. And like when you're filming, like I use a script, but I don't, I create my own script.
Yeah.
With the help of some AI tools, but it's still my personality. It's still the tips that I want to share. I don't let AI just take over my video. I still bring myself on the camera and I bring my tips into the, my education, my training. But I would say that you just got to get in front of the camera so that personality that you want to bring out can start developing itself as you're filming your content.
Yeah, and I know you said that you sort of have to like infuse your personality in there. And I work with a lot of people who want to get on YouTube and who are starting to get on YouTube. And some of them, they've sort of never had, they've never felt like they've been heard. They've never felt like they've been seen, like, and based kind of sometimes in their lifetime. So like, how do you have any tips for like getting over that? Like, how do you get over the fact that, you think that nobody wants to see you, nobody wants to listen to what you have to like say? Like, how do you get over that?
The main thing that I just got a download that I've heard over and over again that rings true for me. The main thing is that it can't just be about you. It's not about me on camera. It's about the people that need to hear you, the people that need to hear your expertise, the people that need to see your creativity. So like when I get on camera, I don't think about like what I have on, how I'm dressed. I think about who is this going to help? And if we can just get that in our minds and get over that part, then we can show up more authentic and more creative, regardless of what your topic is. But I think we care so much about what people think about us because I was there, so I'm not, excluded from that. And I still have a little bit of that, caring, because, people can be cruel in these internet streets in the comments. I had one girl, she mentioned the other day, she was a few weeks ago, she's like, your brows are something. And I was like, I really don't understand what you're saying. But what I think she was saying was my brows are not looking right with my hair. But to me, I'm not concerned about what you think about my brows, because if I can help just one person every single video, just one person, then I've accomplished my goal in that video. So those are like smaller, a very small percentage of the comments that I get. I get more good comments and positive feedback and that I've changed someone's life. So ultimately, Katera, I think it's all about getting yourself out of the way and putting the client, your subscriber and the person that you're trying to help, put them front and center, because that's what we're really on here for. We're not on here just for us.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I always tell them. I'd be like, oh my gosh. And then it's like, it's usually women who have like decades of experience, like years of experience, and they're so frightened to like get in front of the camera. They're so frightened of like being seen. I mean, do you have any tips on like getting in front of the camera and sort of like feeling confident in what you have to say?
Well, to be honest, first you have to feel like you're credible. You know,
Yeah.
we were going over that today in my training that I had. You have to feel like you're credible for one, and that you know what you're talking about. And once you have that confidence in knowing exactly your topic, like video, I know hair, I know style. So I'm confident in that. And I still have more to learn. You still have more to learn in video. So if you can be confident enough to know that you're ahead of the 80% of your audience, you only have to be a few steps ahead. You don't have to have, like you say, you've been on here 2 years, but you don't have to have 10 years experience in video to teach somebody video. Like I can teach somebody video, but I have a few years experience, but people just want a basic video. They just want to know how to edit a basic video, right?
Yeah.
Women just want to know how to show up in the world and look more stylish, feel more confident, feel more bold and unapologetic with the way they look. So even though I have 3 decades of styling hair and years of experience, I still don't know everything. But if I can come on here and just help 50% of my audience, then I've accomplished what I need to accomplish in my videos.
Yeah. So I also know that you also like help do like personal styling sometimes. So do you have any tips for like finding your particular style and, going into that journey?
The main thing to me is to not follow fads and not follow the latest thing that's coming out, in the fashion world. Find that blogger that might look like you. She looks like Katira. She might have locks. She might have beautiful dark complexion, skin tone, or may look like me with short hair, my same size, my build, or if someone is voluptuous, big hips and big whatever they have, big or skinny, find that person. And you don't have to pattern yourself off that person, but that person can be your muse. You can get ideas from that person, and then you can go into some department stores and just try on some things that you think might look good on you based on what you saw on that person. But when you're looking at somebody else's style, it's based to it's the best thing is to just be inspired. It's called inspiration. It's not called copying. You don't have to copy that person to feel your authentic self. You just need to be inspired by 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, I remember when I was on my lock journey or thinking about starting it, there was this one girl on YouTube. I think her name is Kiki. But yeah, I loved her hair. And when I was trying to figure out like what size locks I want, I was like, okay, I want that style. I twisted my own hair the first time and I was like, okay, this isn't enough. So I took it all out, put it back in because I wanted to look like hers.
That's perfect. Yeah. So you found your person. I say find your person and find your passion.
Yes, nice. So could you share like any strategies or techniques that you use to connect with your audience on a personal level?
Well, I get down in my comment section a lot. I love. I'm passionate at responding to comments. And I hate when I watch someone's video and they like my comment or they heart my comment. I'm like, I'm here. I'm waiting for us to have a conversation. And I think that's a big part of being on YouTube. And that's part of the work. That's part of this work. Not just to record, not just to edit, but also communicate with your audience. Did I hear feedback? Is that me over here? I'm not sure. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear it. It's like
okay. I just heard some feedback. So yeah, get down in the comment section. Start an email list so that you can communicate with them offline. Maybe get a little bit more personable in your emails. And the main thing is to keep in contact. If you're not posting videos, make sure you're posting on your community tab.
Yeah.
If you're not posting long form video, make sure that you're posting in your short form video, which is what is it? Not stories, but what is it on YouTube? The short form video, short form content.
Oh, shorts, YouTube shorts.
Yeah, shorts, stories, reels. It's all different terminologies, but Yeah, because sometimes I can get a little bit inconsistent with posting videos, and which I have been. I haven't posted a video this month, but and I don't feel bad because I like to take care of my mental health, and there are 200 videos that they can watch on my channel. Now my watch time hours, everything right now is down on my channel from watch time, from income, but I'm not stressed about it because I'm not about to quit YouTube. So I'm gonna record my videos today and get my videos out, my 3 videos out before the month ends, and I'll be starting to work next week on my videos for June, or the next 2 weeks, I should say.
So you're monetized, right?
Yes.
How long did it take you to get to that point?
Oh, you know what? I don't really remember. I know it was over a year for me. It probably was over 2 years, because at the end of last year, I think, is when I just reached 10,000 subscribers. But I think about 2 years.
Okay. So how many subscribers did you have? Because you gotta have 1,000 subscribers. So how many did you have at the point where you started to be monetized?
How many subscribers, girl? I don't even remember. I have to go back and look at my analytics. I don't even remember how many subscribers I had based on the watch time hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It had to be at least maybe 3,000 to 4,000, somewhere around there.
Okay.
If I'm doing a good guesstimate, that it has to be somewhere around there.
Yeah. And when you first started YouTube, like, was monetization a goal?
No, it really wasn't, because I didn't know what I was doing with all this stuff anyway. I mean, after, you know what? I don't really think it was a goal until I actually honed in on my community, on who my people were. After I stopped recording the hairstyling videos, and I created a niche for myself based on the videos that people were really watching and really liking, because the hairstylists, they weren't really watching my videos that much. I didn't, even now you can look back at those videos and they don't get as many comments, or I'm sorry, views, as the ones that I'm doing now. So yeah, I don't think, and that was in June of 2021 when I took that total shift and stopped talking to hairstylists, or stopped creating videos for hairstylists.
So how did you find your niche? Like, how did you find who wanted your videos?
Well, after I decided and was inspired to create a video interviewing, because interviewing was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love to interview because then didn't have to be on camera by myself. Because I felt like the natural I love to have natural communication with, like we're having right now. That was easy for me to do. When I had to be, I call it, what do they call it? The talking head on camera.
Oh yeah.
When you're on camera by yourself, I was just not feeling that. So once I recorded and I was inspired to record that video, I had 2 other women on, and they, I interviewed them, kind of this type of style.
Yeah.
That's when all that content, because I started creating more videos about a similar topic: how to take care of gray hair, how to, look more stylish with gray hair, how to not look old with gray hair. So that's when it took off. And then I started reading my analytics, who was watching my channel, women over 50 mostly, some, starting at like 40 and up. And so it kind of found me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I like that. It found you. So looking back sort of at your YouTube journey so far, and how long have you been on YouTube?
Since my first video was published in December of 19.
Of
2019.
Oh, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
December of 2019. So looking back at your journey, what are some lessons that you've learned about confidence, about YouTube, and sort of like owning your space on camera?
Ooh, I think the main thing is, to me, it's developing me as a person, my personality, on camera, because I can be the life of an event. Like, I love people, but I'm still an introvert. So at the end of the day, I come home, I don't want to talk to anybody. However, I think it develops you as a person. I really do, because you're working with people, you're communicating with people, you're developing content that matches their problem, if you want to use that word, that they might have, and you're developing solutions for that problem. And to me, it's just developing me as a person and creating a better version of who I am.
Yeah, I feel that. I remember when I first started a video podcast, what was it, a year and a half ago? 2 years ago? I don't know what it was. But I just remember, and I didn't go back and listen to this podcast. Like, I was like, okay, so I'm an introvert. Like, I cannot believe I'm doing this right now, because probably like 5 years ago, people didn't even know that I talked. Like, I
could tell that about you at the conference.
Like, they didn't even think I talked. Like, and it's because I'm very introverted by like nature. Like, by nature, I'd rather just be by myself, kind of like just vibing out. It never happens because people always are attracted to me, but that's what I'd rather be doing. So it's like the fact that I got on a video podcast and I started, it's really has it developed me as a business owner as well, because now I'm communicating, I'm talking, so they're like, okay, she does talk, like, and it's just helping on like so many different levels.
That's so cute. I agree with that, because like, when the pandemic hit in 2020, that was some of the best days of my life. I didn't have to go out, I didn't have to do clients, I could work on my ideas for my online platform and business. So I definitely relate to that. But you love people. So because now you're communicating with, and your followers, your students, you love to see them reach their goals. Like, I love to see when a woman tells me, you inspired me to go great. You inspired me to cut all my hair off. So when I hear that, it's not for my ego. It gives me so much pride and joy knowing that, yeah, I did that. I created that helped them create what they needed to create.
Yeah, I was literally thinking about that earlier too. Like, literally, my ego is completely out of whatever I do. Like, I literally do, I like most things that people think I care about, I literally do not care. Like, I was telling my friend the other day, because we were talking about like video, and I was telling him, I was like, my main thing is that people get on the camera, they start with what they have, and they don't necessarily worry about all the tech that's involved. I was like, that is my main thing that I want them to do. Like, because getting on video, it's like everyone thinks that you have to have all this high tech, all this high gear. You have to look the best. And I'm like, bro, just show up. Like, just show up.
Yeah, that's another thing I would say is that, like what you said, just show up. Like, even if it's 3 minutes, a 3-minute video, and you got your point across, as long as you have your steps set up, your intro, the body of your video, and then a closing or a CTA at the end, just show up. And then, like, for me, I still don't use a camera to record my videos. I use this phone right here, and this is the iPhone 13 Pro Max is when I got it for these 3 cameras. But I'm planning to upgrade at the end of the year when they come out with the new phone. I don't upgrade every year. I don't even want to do a camera, because to me, I don't even want to learn that much right now. As long as I can get on, you can go get a cheap stand, from Amazon, and, get some lighting, get in front of a window, make sure the lighting is pointing at your face and not behind you. I mean, just get started. You can get you a plain background, or find a place in your home to have a decent background, and it doesn't have to be perfect. But I feel like if you just keep making excuses, you're never going to get started. Like, people say they want to get started, but they're never going to get started if you don't just start.
Literally. Wow, you guys hear it? She has a over 15,000 subscribers, and she's done everything from her iPhone up until this point.
Yeah, and I don't plan on upgrading this fall. I don't plan on buying a camera, because for what? I mean, like I am thinking about investing in that little goal. It's more for blogging, but it's about this tiny, but it's like got a camera on it, and it's more for blogging. I see people blogging with it. I saw this guy at the conference. I'm thinking about investing in that because I can use that, and I can also, because I want to do some things out in the streets.
Yeah.
With my channel, interviewing stopping women with gray hair and asking them about their journey.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Yeah, I want to do go gray, be chic in these streets. So
yeah. So what does your tech stack currently look like? So aside from your cell phone, do you use a microphone? Do you use any lighting?
I use a mic. It's around here somewhere. I have two mics that I use. One is what's the name of that mic? It's a real popular mic.
Rode mic?
No, not the Rogue. Let me go get it.
I'm gonna go get it. Someone that says Pocket 3. Not quite sure what you mean by that. This must be is this a camera?
The Blue Yeti. The Blue Yeti mic.
You connect that to your phone?
Yes. With the
little I know what you're talking. It's like the little the iPhone plug thingy majiggy.
I apologize for getting off camera. That wasn't
you're good.
This is a little lightning. You use this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you also have to have a cord.
Mm-hmm.
Your iPhone cord. So the iPhone cord is plugged into here.
Mm-hmm.
This part is plugged into your phone.
Yeah.
It's a video I can send you. It tells you how to set it all up. I found that on it. But yeah, these two is mostly what I use.
Wow, that Blue Yeti is like it's really vlogging camera Pocket 3. That's what he said.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is it.
Okay, so the Blue Yeti is like a really universal mic because I've also used that to hook it up to my my camera, and I've done my video podcast with that, just with the Blue Yeti mic and my camera.
Yeah, I love it. It's good for me. I do have some little portable ones that I connect to my clothing, but sometimes I feel like if I have on all my stuff, it's making noises, when I play myself back. So that's all I use. I mean, I keep it real simple. I make sure that I'm usually recording from my back camera.
Yeah.
Because you get a clearer, but sometimes I do record from my front. I just make sure wherever I'm recording from, I make sure each lens is really, really clean.
Yeah.
And then I have a light that I purchased. I think you can get 2 of those big lights for like less than $100. And this is stuff I've had for a few years. Like I had to just replace because it broke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the connection is how you connect it is on the back. I got this from Amazon.
Okay.
So my light and any backdrop that I want to use. I mean, I switch up backdrops because I get bored. I don't like to use the same thing all the time. So, but that's pretty much it. I don't plan on buying a camera.
Okay. I mean,
not right now. Let me say not right now. I don't plan on it now.
And what do you use to edit? Or what app do you use?
I use LumaFusion.
I've heard about that one.
Yeah, LumaFusion. I started off with Apple's video editing. Then I went to Video Leap. Mm-hmm. And so now I use LumaFusion. I like it.
Okay. Is that the paid one? I think it's like $49 or something like that. On the iPad it is. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever tried so you've tried Video Leap. So you haven't used CapCut? That's like a really popular one.
I've used CapCut for like shorts.
Okay.
But not to edit a complete video. I was thinking about looking into CapCut because I know now you can get it on your iPad. And I use my iPad for everything. Mostly everything. I edit on my iPad. I used to edit on my phone when I first started.
So you record on your phone and then you sort of transfer the footage to your iPad?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Or does it go to was it Apple Photos or something like that?
Yeah, I upload it to my iPad. What I usually do is I record in little sections instead of having one very, very long video that takes too long to airdrop it to my iPad.
Yeah.
So it might be like each tip is recorded, and then I upload it to my iPad as I'm recording.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I finish, I just upload it to the editing app, and then they're all little clips. And so when I start editing any of the spaces, I edit those spaces out first, where I'm not talking, where I'm looking down. I edit all those out, and then I get to editing the video.
I feel like I find your tech stack so interesting. Like you use your phone, you use your iPad. I've been telling people for the longest. I'm like, hey, get started on your phone. Like,
Yeah, you do, because I mean, you're gonna go buy a $600 camera and you haven't filmed one video.
yeah,
I mean, to me, that's not the best thing to do. I think you need to get started with whatever you have, because if you want to start, you're going to get started regardless of what it is. If it's an iPhone, it's an Android,
your laptop.
Yeah, exactly. Your laptop. You just need to get started, because I think the longer we procrastinate, you're not going to get started.
Yeah, I feel that. I think that's also very true. Yeah. The longer you wait, the longer it's going to take to get started.
Yeah,
all right. So, will you tell our audience what your free gift is today?
So, my free gift is a free, didn't I just say that? See, that's my butterfly. It's a 3-part video series. It's called From Color to Confidence. And I call it my Go Grade Be Chic Starter Kit. So it's 3 videos. The first one is about confidence. The second one is about hair. And then the last one is a little bit about makeup. So it kind of gives the subscriber or the person who actually downloads the free gift a little bit more personable time with me in a 3-part video series that talks about how they can get started on their gray hair journey.
Yeah, so all of her links are down below. If you want to follow her on Instagram, check out our website or her YouTube channel. All of her links are down below. If you guys don't have any other questions, then we are going to head up.
I never saw any questions. You were asking the questions from the chat.
Well, yeah, there was someone in the comments and he was telling you the camera that you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's the one I want to get. GoPro, he said, right?
It's called the Pocket 3.
Okay.
I've never heard of that before. I'm gonna go search it up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we will see you guys later. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.